Well, it's January 6th, 2021, and as you guys can probably imagine, we already know how it's going. We already know what's going on. I already know what's going on. I don't need to log into the news. I don't need to, look at every single news flash I get or updated news bulletin. We know how it's going to go. We know how it's going down. So the question is, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do in 2021? How are you going to regain your independence, sovereignty, and most importantly, peace of mind? I know how I'm doing it, through preparedness and sustainability. So what am I going to be doing today? It's a good question. Let's take a look. Well, given the situation, I think you guys earned a little bit of a treat, huh? You guys want a little treat? Of course you do. There we go. Give them a little treat there. We're gonna stack food to the rafters. It's a beautiful day, a little rainy, gates locked, no trespass signs always up. We're gonna create some high quality food right here from the homestead. That's how I'm gonna spend my day. I'm not gonna be bothered with the news because there's nothing I can do about it. Just because people perceive the world is going to hell doesn't mean that I have to go with it. So let's practice what we preach. Hey, well, I'm not gonna put you in the freezer, at least not yet. Oh, you saw me give the pig something, didn't you? Yep. You want something too? We might be able to work something out for you, bud. Today we're gonna harvest some quail. So we're not gonna get gruesome here, but I use garden shears. We got these guys in here, so we're gonna harvest them off, and I'm gonna show you how we do it. So after we make our cut, we just let it drain, and then I'll take any feathers and the head and I'll put it in another bucket right here. So we want to keep everything as clean and sanitized as possible. So next we want our water temperature to be around 145 to 150. It's at 151 now, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting the quail inside the water. This is going to loosen up the feathers so we can pluck them very easily. All right, one down, a bunch more to go. There you have it, 10 pounds of high quality quail. Kova, you want it? Yes, you do. Here you go, mamas.
Well, it's raining a lot. It's raining cats and dogs, so I don't think I'm going to be able to get a whole lot more done outside. The quail turned out great. Over 10 pounds of high quality, pasture raised. All the hashtag meat is now in the freezer, so that's great. And but why am I making this video? I wasn't planning on making this video, but my phone keeps going off the hook. Everybody keeps texting me, leaving me notifications. And so I figured I'd just make this for you guys. It's a very interesting dynamic, okay? And that is this. People right now are concerned, they're worried, they feel like they're not being heard, they feel overwhelmed, they feel hopeless. There's a lot of things going on. People are just unsure of what's going to happen next. Everybody's just hanging on to the words of other people. Everybody's turning to social media to see what's happening, and I don't think people realize where they're at. I don't think people realize that they are exactly where the powers that be want them to be. Okay. This is what I mean by that. There's a quote: "A lion doesn't lose sleep over the opinion of the sheep." And if you are any of the aforementioned things that I described, chances are you're probably not the lion. Okay? The lion does not lose sleep over the opinion of the sheep. The truth of the matter is this. Okay? There are people that hold political office that give two shits what you think. They don't care. You have to realize. Elections are popularity contests. It's obvious that we don't vote for the most effective or best qualified person. I mean, I think that can be seen since the beginning of elections, right? This year is certainly nothing different. And so it's important to understand that We are in the position that we're in because of our continued reliance and dependence on the system at large. Okay. And like I said, if you feel like you're not being heard, if you feel like your opinions don't matter, it's because they don't. Preppers, conservatives, liberty minded people, you are literally putting your hope and trust in other people, men, women, Ted Cruz, Trump. You expect them to fix your problems. You guys are great at memeing. You guys are great at expressing your First Amendment rights. You guys are great at expressing your Second Amendment rights, taking pictures of your rifles, of your ammunition, buying and stockpiling rice, beans, bullets, camping supplies. You guys are great at that shit. I mean, all this last year, literally, the meme games have been strong. You post stuff on social media, then you get pissed off that they censor you, then you post more shit, then you buy more shit, and then you post that stuff. You guys are great at expressing your First and Second Amendment rights. You guys suck at keeping them. You suck at protecting them. And the reason is because you expect other people to do that shit for you. I know so many people. I know people that are in DC right now, and I love them with my heart. And I know there's a lot of people in DC right now that are there because they feel disenfranchised and because Trump told them to show up, so they showed up. Solidarity. I'm here to make a difference. I get that. There are blue-collar people that spent their hard-earned money to go support a president that they respect just for him to say, go home. And so I don't want to leave this on a doom and gloom point because the solution could not be easier. The solution is easier and requires less work than what those people are doing right now marching on DC. You know what that is? Through preparedness, sustainability, and localization. Let me give you a great example. A lot of you guys may not know this. I like to follow agricultural news. I know, weirdo, right? Go figure. In 2019, Florida, through executive order, got the following right: to have a vegetable garden in their front yard or backyard. That sounds crazy, but they didn't have the right to do that before. They didn't have the right. There was a court case, went all the way up to the state Supreme Court, the whole 9 yards. Now, the state of Florida residents can have the right to grow food. They have food sovereignty. They can grow vegetables. That right cannot be taken away. Executive order. So what does that mean? That means if the federal government decides that, you know what, due to this whole pandemic thing, due to all the issues that we have with public health, we're going to recommend that, and since some seeds, may have been planted somewhere in the nation that could possibly be pestilence, we are somehow now we're going to state that you guys can't, as a nation, you can't grow food. Food can only be grown and distributed through hubs that we certify. Well, literally, the state of Florida can go, the residents can go, okay. Thanks, federal government. We don't care. We're not going to lose sleep over that because that doesn't affect us. We have an executive order. We say no. No. Thank you. I know you have a job to do. Okay. Go focus on those other states that don't care about food sovereignty. You can do this on a localization level. Let me give you another example. There are lots of cities out there, lots of counties out there that are sanctuary cities and counties for the Second Amendment. Meaning that if there's some sweeping gun legislation that happens to take place, I don't know, not my call. Let's say there is. There are cities and municipalities and counties that are like, okay, we get it, federal government. Got to do your job, got to do your thing. But that doesn't affect us because we already have our own laws and things going on, and we're a sanctuary city. Kind of like how California is a sanctuary state, and they don't abide by your federal laws. We're a sanctuary county, but you have more than enough people to waste your time on. So, thanks, no thanks. If you simply took the energy and the vigor that you feel right here, you feel overwhelmed, you feel powerless, you feel like your vote doesn't matter, you feel like your voice isn't being heard. If you simply take that and you channel it to sustainability, preparedness, and localization, your worries will go away, because this battle is not won and lost in DC. It's won and lost, and the buck stops at your doorstep. It stops at your local municipality. That's where the buck stops. So I get it. I know a lot of you guys, you watch Fox, Newsmax, Louder with Crowder, Breitbart, Dan Bongino. Maybe you watch CNN, MSNBC. You watch everything, right? That's great. Go out there, watch your news. But if you don't know what your city minutes are, I'd say you're wrong. If you don't have a copy of your local municipality ordinances, I'd say you're wrong. If you don't understand what's going on in the city council and what they're planning on doing as far as budgeting goes, I say you're wrong. If you didn't have a say or handle in how your city's spending their money, I'd say you're wrong. It starts with us at our local levels. And I get it. What works here may not work somewhere else. And that's fine. We don't all have to have the same outlook on things. But localization is where the buck starts and ends. How nice is it that there are cities and counties, and in this case, the state of Florida, that can say, you know what? If the feds say we can't have vegetable gardens, oh fucking well. I'm not going to lose sleep over that opinion because it's beneath me. How nice is that? There are certain municipalities and counties that can say the same thing for the Second Amendment. Well, their opinion is beneath me. That's at the local level. So if your local municipality decides, you know what, you're not allowed to have backyard chickens, you're not allowed to grow food. No, actually I am. No, you're not. Actually, I am. And it's not just me. You see all my friends here too? Yeah, we're changing that. Because I'm sure, in a lot of cases, people that are around you, you tend to have the same belief system. Take that same vigor and power and energy that you have right now, go forth on a local level and make your local community the way you want it. Change the ordinances the way you want it. And if they don't want to abide by that, well, time to get some new city council members. Out with the old, in with the new. We want backyard chickens. We want to grow vegetables. We want rain catchment. We want Second Amendment. We want this. We want that. You have power on the local level. How nice is it to be able to be like, you know what? Regardless of what happens in DC, we have our community set up the way we want it. This is how it's going to be. Sure, you can have your opinions on things. But they don't matter here because we've already made up our own minds. They're in our charter. Thanks, but no thanks. We're not going to lose sleep over it. Take back your sovereignty. You can do it legally. You can do it without violence. And you can literally do it overnight. It's as simple as that, guys. It's as simple as that. Don't put your faith in other people. Do what you got to do. Do it for your families. Do it for yourself. And do it for your fellow man. That's all I have for you guys. I love this nation. I love my fellow man. I love preparedness and sustainability. And it pains me to see people so overwhelmed and sad. There is a high note. You can make the opposition obsolete. You just got to do it at a local level. It's literally as simple as that. It just requires you to act. That's all it is. There you have it. If you think I got it totally, completely wrong, please leave me, as you're giving me a thumbs down, leave me a comment in the comment section below. You guys have been awesome at that. You guys have been fucking rock stars, and I love you. It's good shit. I love talking to you guys. And don't give up hope, guys. It's not going to be won and lost today. It's not over. Take back your independence and sovereignty. Sustainability, preparedness, localization. That's all I got for you guys, as always. Long live the Republic.